I'm going to call all my people who've been involved in this film, and because of them, this film wouldn't have been made. So सबसे पहले मैं गौरव बैनर्जी को बुलाना चाहूँगा, जो हेड कंटेंट ऑफ डिज्नी हॉटस्टार एंटरटेनमेंट नेटवर्क्स डिज्नी स्टार गौरव बैनर्जी.
I'm sure कई सारे सवाल होंगे जो हमारे मीडिया के दोस्त पूछना चाहेंगे, पर उससे पहले मेरे कुछ सवाल हैं मैं पूछना चाहूँगा गौरव सर आपसे फर्स्ट कि Disney Plus Hotstar has been creating massive thriller shows, movies from the start of this year. Can we expect more such content?
Yes, of course, and I think we really love thrillers as fans. They've done very well for us. Chandrachud is here and on stage right now. He was part of Arya, which is an again complex, amazing thriller. And he was so good in it. Lovely to see you back on stage here. And we've had a bunch of others like Special Ops, like Thursday. So they've done very well. And I think fundamentally because our fans, viewers, really like thrillers. And there is a conventional understanding that the producing market has had that thrillers don't really do very well. And therefore, in box office, if you look at the trends over the years, people have tended to make comedies and action films much more than they have made thrillers. And we wanted to question that. And because that assumption comes from a belief that we want to challenge, that our audience doesn't enjoy thrillers because, thrillers have to be intelligent. And our belief is that our audience is thirsting for something which is intelligent. You want to engage. You want to test your brain power, as all of us were doing through the game that Akshay was getting us to play earlier today. So I think our belief is in the amazing intelligence of our audience. It has come through with incredible work on the storytelling front, which has happened with films that we have had on our platform and our drama series as well. And I'm really hopeful that this team and the wonderful work that this talented bunch of actors, producers and our director here has done will be appreciated by all of you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for quenching our thirst for some challenging content and always giving us the best. Thank you. Jackie, मेरा 3 लाख का सवाल आपके लिए. Well, Jackie, the production of the film looks really powerful, and I've known you for a long time. You've always been a visionary. How do you envision to create Cuttputlli?
So firstly, the whole idea is everything starts from Akshay sir. He's been a very supportive person in our lives as Pooja Entertainment. And the whole idea was to create a straight-to-net film which is larger than life, which is engaging. And that's where it all started, and everything else Ranjit has done. But yes, that's how it started.
Well, thank you so much and wishing you all the best. Ranjit sir, my question is for you. As Jackie said, everything else Ranjit has done. We saw the action scenes, the location, all of them looks very mesmerizing, stunning. So, Cuttputlli का ये जो मंच है, ये आपने कैसे create किया?
First of all, I would like to thank the writer, Asim. I think he wrote the script. It's a fabulous script and very compelling and engaging one. So yeah, just follow the script. It was difficult during the pandemic because of we started shooting during the second pandemic. It was difficult to get the things right, but at the end it all came together and everyone worked hard, the entire team, my actors and everyone. So yeah, it was a very good journey doing this film.
Well, wishing you all the best and thank you so much. And with that, I'm sure बोल रहे हैं कि सचिन बस कर हमें भी सवाल पूछने हैं. So I'm going to open the floor for media Q&A. But उससे पहले would like to highlight before you ask the question, please mention your name, which publication you belong to, identify yourself, and do highlight whom you want to ask the question to. That way, it's easier for us to address it to the right individual. With that, I'm going to request our volunteers to also hand over the mic, and we open the floor for Q&A.
Hello, hi. Yeah, this is Seema. Yeah, I want to ask Akshay, Gaurav, and Ranjit. This is a very difficult genre. Thriller is not an easy genre to make, and we have seen many thrillers in the recent past. So, how does this stand out? Like this edge of the seat. I mean, how do you think it is different from other thrillers, or how does it stand out? Akshay, Gaurav, and Ranjit can answer.
So to answer your question, every thriller, if you see, it's a little unique. We have tried to create our own way, the film. So I guess when you see the film, you'll have your answer, how it's different. Right now, it's very early for me to get into the details of it, since it's a thriller. So let's keep it under the wrap for now. You got to watch it on the 2nd of September.
So not many people make movies on serial killers. It's a different kind of genre, and I have also never played in my life a thriller like this where I have to catch a serial killer. See, मेरा career जब मैंने शुरू किया था खिलाड़ी, that was a thriller, but this is completely different from that also. So for me, I have never come into this kind of a genre where I have to catch a serial. And the interesting part is to catch a serial killer. It is not only about physical how you are physically. It is lot got to do with your mind. You have to play, because he is playing a mind game, and it becomes very interesting because एक के बाद एक चीज खुलती जाती है, and that what make this kind of a thriller very more interesting than that any other.
Hi, Amit from Dainik Bhaskar. मेरा सवाल रंजीत जी से एंड जैकी एंड दीपशिखा जी से है, तीनों से, कि इस फिल्म मतलब लोग सुनते रहे कि ये साउथ की जो रत्तासन है तो वो उसकी एडेप्टेशन है या उस पर बेस्ड है. फिर इसका टाइटल शुरू में शायद मिशन सिंड्रेला था, एंड कसौली वाज क्रिएटेड इन इंग्लैंड. सो दीज थ्री क्वेश्चंस आई हैव.
So which question is for which?
फर्स्ट रंजीत जी अगर बता सकें, मतलब पहला तो.
So it's inspired from Ratsasan, that's true. Secondly, ये फिल्म का भी मिशन सिंड्रेला नाम था नहीं. It was always Cuttputlli. So वो I think it just came out, I don't know from where. It wasn't a working.
Came out from Mission Mangal.
Mission Mangal.
Because that was also with.
Or because we did a film earlier called Bell Bottom, which was the mission base, so maybe from there. And we shot in UK. Lot of the film we shot in UK as well. We shot here in Mussoorie also. So yeah.
Okay, दीपशिखा जी एंड मतलब जैकी, आपसे सवाल ये था कि कौन सी फिल्म मतलब थिएट्रिकल के लिए है और ये कठपुतली आप लोग OTT पे आ रहे हैं, तो वो डिसीजन कैसे आप लोग मतलब डिसाइड कर रहे हैं?
देखिए क्या है, ये फिल्म हमेशा से डिज़ाइन थी टू कम स्ट्रेट टू नेट. जो मैंने पहले सवाल में भी जवाब दिया कि वो इंसेप्शन स्टेज पे डिसाइड कर लिया था हमने कि आई फील दिस इज़ अ ग्रेट जॉनर, लाइक गौरव सेड, वी वांट टू रियली पुट दिस आउट इन द बेस्ट वे, एंड नो अदर बेटर प्लेटफॉर्म देन डिज्नी टू डू दिस. सो वी आर वेरी हैप्पी टू डू दैट. And yes, I'm also a huge fan of Russo brothers. If you must have seen, वो extraction भी ऐसा हुआ था. So that's where it was always planned for OTT. So वो सवाल कि कौन सा OTT है, कौन सा थिएटर है, वो ये पर्टिकुलर जॉनर और ये पर्टिकुलर कंटेंट हमने फ्रॉम द वर्ड गो OTT के लिए ही प्लान किया था.
अक्षय सर, आपसे एक सवाल है. अब जैसे हम लोग सुन रहे हैं कि
अरे आप ही पूछोगे.
नहीं, बस एक ही सवाल. अक्टूबर में शायद ओ माय गॉड 2 भी आ रही है, तो मतलब और आपकी फिल्में लगातार आती रहे, हर महीने आते रहे, हम सब चाहते हैं, लेकिन एक गैप कितना मतलब आइडियल होता है कि एक.
पहली बात है, अक्टूबर 2 को ओ माय गॉड तो बिल्कुल नहीं आ रही.
अच्छा.
ये तो मतलब आपके
सूत्रों
गलत बताया आपके सूत्रों में.
ओके.
तो और कुछ बस इतना ही है ना?
नहीं, मतलब एक एक्टर की फिल्मों का गैप कितना होना चाहिए एक सालों में? मतलब
देखिए, बात ऐसी है कि पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे काफी फिल्में रिलीज नहीं हुई, बहुत लोगों की फिल्में रिलीज नहीं हुई क्योंकि थिएटर्स बंद थे, सब कुछ चीजें बंद थी. और काफ़ी फिल्में जमा हो गई. ये नहीं होता ऐसे अगर पैंडेमिक नहीं आया होता. हम काम करते रहे, फिल्में जमा होती रही. तो अब ऐसा है कि हाँ, मेरी करीबन 4 फिल्में जो हैं वो रेडी है. लेकिन अगर पैंडेमिक नहीं होता तो ऐसा नहीं होता. तो उसके बीच में हमेशा 2 या 3 या 4 महीने का गैप जरूर होता.
Hello?
Hi.
Help
Hello?
her with the mic here, please, on the right.
I have. Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Hi.
Who has the mic here? If you could raise your hand up, please. Thank you.
Okay, Rakul Runa from Web Dunia, looking very pretty.
Thank you.
So, मुझे ये बताइए रोल के प्रिपरेशन के लिए क्या कुछ अलग से कोशिश या होमवर्क, क्योंकि इसके पहले भी आप कॉप के रूप में या हम लोग आपको यारी में तो देख ही चुके हैं. So, did it help you? And
आपको
second,
ट्रेलर में से कहाँ पे लगा कि मैं कॉप हूँ?
oh, maybe I'm sorry in that case. दीपशिका आप
Sargun is cop.
okay.
Oh God, we've got this again.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the confusion. सरगुन, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, आपके फिल्में भी चलती हैं, आपके सीरियल्स में भी उडारियाँ मुझे बहुत पसंद भी आता है. How do you manage with the time?
कर लेती हूँ. अब पैसा कमाना है, नाम बनाना है, तो टाइम तो मैनेज करना पड़ेगा. बट कभी कभी बहुत हेक्टिक हो जाता है. बहुत रेस्ट मिल गया पैंडेमिक में, तो उसके बाद थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा काम करना अच्छा लगता है.
Chandrachur, here. Hi. How are you? And
Well, thank you.
yeah, good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to elaborate a little bit about your character?
I think the best thing would be when the film releases, you would get to know more. But I'm playing a cop and a family man.
Okay.
And
Playing a very good-looking cop.
Oh.
that's so sweet of you, sir. Basically, that's it. The rest, the film will speak for itself because, I can't reveal too much of the storyline. Thank you.
Akshay, who's the villain in this film? How was it working? Akshay.
What a question.
Is it from Hollywood?
आपको विलन बता दें हम.
Hollywood या Bollywood?
हाँ?
Is it from Hollywood or Bollywood?
What?
Villain.
अरे आपको विलन कैसे बता दें, मैम?
नहीं बताओगे.
मतलब
Why is he under wraps?
मैं एक काम करता हूँ.
Why is he under wraps?
मैं एक काम करता हूँ, आपको मैं लिंक ही भेज देता हूँ, आप देख ही लो.
Achha, anyway, I believe my sources say that you have been there was some children also in the film. How was it working with the kids?
There's some children in the film. How is it working with the kids?
How was it working with the kids?
Oh, it was very good.
आगे नहीं पूछूंगी.
It was very good, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Anything the director would like to say
On what, ma'am?
about the villain?
Villain.
Hello?
2nd September you'll come to know. Just wait on. No, it's just 10 more days.
Hello, yeah.
इतना बता दूं, इनमें से ही कोई है. देख लेना.
Hello, this is Rajiv here. Akshay ji, you had spoken to us at the press show of Bell Bottom in Surat about a movie. You were already in London. Is this the same film which was supposed to be an espionage thriller or something like that?
No, it was a different film.
So what is that film? When is that film coming up?
That film I was not shooting. I didn't make it.
Okay, so that didn't happen because that was also with Ranjit and Pooja, no?
No,
Pooja Entertainment.
that was something else.
Okay.
Hi Akshay, this is Komal from Indian Express. I want to ask you, in times like today, when films are not working, actors are, struggling at the box office, do you think this is one way to make a safe space to make films for the OTT?
No. See, films are not working. It is our fault. It is my fault. Okay? I have to make the changes. I have to understand what the audience wants. I want to do my changes I want to dismantle my way and the way I think what kind of films I should do. So it is nobody else to be blamed, but it is me. And दूसरा क्वेश्चन आपने क्या पूछा?
Is this the safe space that actors are making by acting for films for OTT?
No, it is not a safe. That also requires people's to say yes, we like the film or not, we don't like the film. So it is not nothing got to do with safe. This is not. It's not a safety net. यहाँ भी आपकी फिल्म जाती है, रिलीज होती है. There are people watching it. The media is watching it. The critics are watching it. The audience is watching it. They give whether they like the film or not. So there's nothing called safe. You have to work hard, and that's it. Period.
Gaurav, one question for you too. Since Atrangire also came on Hotstar, and you've been working with Akshay, is he one of the bankable names that Hotstar has, and that's why you all are working with him, even Ajay for that matter, but
of course,
Akshay because he's here.
Of course. I mean, and you don't need me to say this. Akshay has been one of the biggest stars this country has ever had, and he has been bankable when I was in school, and he is as bankable today as he has ever been. And not just Atrangire, which is an absolutely fantastic film, really close to my heart. The journey for Akshay and Disney Plus Hotstar actually started with Lakshmi. So it's the first big film that we did as Disney Plus Hotstar, and I have to publicly say today that it was Akshay sir's idea, and he made us think about it, and he encouraged us to dream big and think that a big scale movie with a superstar could go directly to streaming. It had not happened in India before that. So he's and us, we started this trend together, and I think Cuttputlli is the next chapter in that, and we're damn excited about it, because I think today what is happening in India is that streaming is getting built as the mainstream way in which audiences want to connect with content, right? It's a new medium. It has only been there in a meaningful way in India for the last 6-7 years. When you compare that with television, television has been meaningfully here for 40 years, and cinema has been here for 100 years. So streaming is a new medium, it's growing at a rapid pace. It requires incredible disruption. It requires massive resourcing. It requires bold bets, and hopefully all of us, and Disney Plus Hotstar in particular, is taking it with people who are also bold in their thinking. So I think what Akshay said earlier, right? It's a bold bet that he is taking, that Pooja Entertainment is taking with us, saying we're going to make a big scale film. We're going to mount it massively. We're going to put the best star cast in it, and we're going to put it on streaming, right? Because the assumption is that streaming data and performance can be a little bit of a black hole, right? So I think they're taking a big bet with us. We're taking it together as partners in the belief that we will together make streaming mainstream, which is, I think, fantastic for all our fans, everyone. It's easier to watch a show or a film on streaming than through any other medium, including television, because you as a fan can choose what you want to watch and when you want to watch it. Equally, if it really takes off, it opens up many more opportunities for creative people to do more work. Because I think if you look at it, streaming content has really exploded in India in the last few years, and it has not come at the cost of the number of theatrical films being made or the number of shows on television being made. There was a wonderful question to Sargun, right? So here is somebody who has acted in TV shows, acted in regional movies, produces TV shows, regional movies, and cinema. So I think for talented people everywhere, for new talent coming through, all this just means a greater, bigger canvas, which is good for the industry.
अक्षय सर, योर सेंटर राहुल हियर फ्रॉम द फिल्मी चर्चा. सबसे पहले तो फिल्म के लिए बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. ट्रेलर बहुत ही प्रॉमिसिंग है सर. कहा जाता है कि एक्टर्स जो होते हैं वो डायरेक्टर के सामने सेट पे कठपुतली होते हैं. तो सर आप कितना % सेट पर कठपुतली होते हैं और कितना % आपका सजेशन या इनपुट होता है?
ये देखिए, फिल्म एक टीम वर्क होती है, बनाया जाता है, सब साथ में मिलके बनाते हैं. ऑब्वियसली डायरेक्टर जो होता है वो कप्तान होता है शिप का, वो लेके चलता है. But yes, जब हम फिल्म बनाते थे हम आपस में बात करते हैं, आई गिव सजेशंस, उनको अगर अच्छा लगता है तो वो लेते हैं। वहाँ के कोई लाइटमैन भी अगर कुछ बोलता है, स्पॉट बॉय भी कुछ बोलता है, तो इट्स लाइक अ टीम वर्क। तो वैसे उसी हिसाब से चलता है, जो इनको अच्छा लगेगा उसी हिसाब से होगा।
रकुल, फिल्म का कोलैबोरेशन जैकी के साथ आपका किस तरह का रहा कि आपने वक्त लिया हाँ बोलने के लिए कि झट से हाँ बोल दिया आपने फिल्म के लिए?
एक्चुअली मुझे ये फिल्म डायरेक्टर की तरफ से आई थी एंड आई थिंक जैकी को बाद में पता चला था कि मेरी बात हुई है फिल्म के बारे में। एंड मुझे जो अडेप्टेशन है, जिस तरह से जो रोल है एंड जो कहानी है, बहुत पसंद आई थी। सो इट वाज मोर और लेस एन इंस्टेंट येस, बिकॉज मुझे अक्षय सर के साथ भी काम करना था। आई थिंक दैट वाज वन ऑफ माई बिगेस्ट ड्रीम्स टू वर्क विद हिम एंड या इट वाज एन इंस्टेंट येस।
कास्टिंग प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट हियर। कास्टिंग प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। जब मैं अक्षय सर की बात करता हूँ या जितनी भी स्टार कास्ट इस वक्त मौजूद है, दे आर और फैंटास्टिक, सब अपने अपने फील्ड में महारत हासिल रखते हैं। डायरेक्टर से मैं पूछना चाहूँगा कि ऑन व्हाट ग्राउंड यू जीरो डाउन कि ये स्टार कास्ट होनी चाहिए? अक्षय सर को किसी तारुफ की ज़रूरत नहीं है, लेकिन वजह जानना चाहूँगा कि यहाँ यही लोग लीड करेंगे। जब मैं और एक बात और कहना चाहूँगा, जब मैं अक्षय सर की बात करता हूँ, कॉमेडी से लेकर हर फन में वो माहिर हैं। स्पेशल 26 देख लीजिए, एक सीरियस किरदार निभा जाते हैं। इट वॉज ऑलवेज देयर इन योर माइंड यू वांट अक्षय सर टू प्ले द लीड?
सो आपने जो सवाल पूछा आपने ही आंसर दिया है। आपने पहले ही कहा कि सारे ये जो एक्टर्स इतने टैलेंटेड है। सो अगर टैलेंटेड है तो ऑफ कोर्स आप चाहेंगे कि वो हमारे फिल्म में काम करें। एंड रही अक्षय सर की बात, अक्षय सर के साथ काम करना मेरे लिए तो बहुत बड़ी बात है। मैंने फॉर्चुनेटली इज बिन काइंड कि मेरी ये दूसरी फिल्म है उनके साथ एंड मैं चाहूँगा कि आगे भी हो। बट मेरे लिए तो बहुत बड़ी बात है कि अक्षय सर, मैं क्या बोलूँ उनके बारे में, बहुत गलत हो जाएगा अगर मैं कुछ भी बोलूँ। इज टू बिग फॉर मी।
रकुल, कहीं अभी किसी मेरी साथी दोस्त ने आपसे पूछा कि आप पुलिस के किरदार में हैं क्या, तो आपने उनको करेक्ट किया नहीं मैं पुलिस के किरदार में नहीं हूँ, तो क्या सरप्राइज पैकेज होगा आपकी तरफ से?
आपको जो मेरा किरदार है वो 2 सितंबर को पता चल जाएगा, जैसे सब कह रहे हैं।
आखिरी सवाल मेरी तरफ से, मैं जैकी और दीपशिका दोनों से पूछना चाहूँगा। अभी कुछ वक्त पहले जैकी ने जिक्र किया कि रूसो ब्रदर्स, उन्हें किसी तारुफ की जरूरत नहीं है, आप दोनों से जाना होगा, दोनों यंगस्टर हैं, पूजा फिल्म्स को आगे लेके जा रहे हैं। क्या उनसे इंस्पायर हैं? क्या उसी तर्ज पे आप दोनों काम कर रहे हैं या फिल्मों का चुनाव कर रहे हैं?
Go for it.
I think जब स्क्रिप्ट हमारे पास आई and when we went through it, this genre is so popular on OTT and we wanted to give it that cinematic scale. And when we tied up with Disney Hotstar, we decided this is the best genre to showcase a cinematic experience, film direct to net. And I think that's the whole idea of giving it large scale entertainment in that genre which works for a platform. And इसीलिए हमने वो कदम उठाया है।
ये और मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि रूसो ब्रदर्स के हम सब फ़ैन हैं, ऑफ कोर्स यू नो एज स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ सिनेमा हम सब फ़ैन हैं और कोशिश करेंगे उनका 10% भी लाइफ में बना पाए तो बहुत बड़ी बात होगी। आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड से।
मेरा सवाल,
Well, that's all the time we have for the Q&A. I'm sorry to.
No,
Sorry.
मेरा सवाल रंजीत जी से है। रंजीत जी, हालांकि ये फिल्म आपने जैसा बताया असीम ने लिखी है और सीरियल किलर पर है, लेकिन यूजुअली ऐसा होता है कि जो साइको थ्रिलर्स होते हैं उनमें कमर्शियली कुछ ऐसे एलिमेंट्स डाल दिए जाते हैं जो क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर पाए या क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी उसको खारिज कर दे। आपसे ऐसी अपेक्षा नहीं है, इसीलिए पूछ रही हूँ कि क्या इसका ध्यान रखा गया है फिल्म में?
देखिए, ये फिल्म बहुत जो स्क्रिप्ट असीम ने लिखी है बहुत ईमानदारी से लिखी है, ये सोच के कि ये साइकोलॉजिकल एक थ्रिलर है। तो कमर्शियल ट्रैपिंग्स की आप जो बात कह रहे हैं वो अगर आप जब फिल्म देखेंगे 2 सितंबर को तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि इस फिल्म में फोर्सफुली कुछ नहीं है। जो ऑर्गेनिक स्क्रिप्ट डिमांड करती है, जो किरदार डिमांड करते हैं, जिस तरह से उनकी कहानी आगे बढ़ रही है, पर्सनल जर्नी एज वेल एज एक मेन प्लॉट है, उसके हिसाब से ये फिल्म लिखी गई है। तो कमर्शियल ट्रैपिंग्स लेने के लिए ताकि फिल्म डाइल्यूट हो जाए और हम कुछ एक्स्ट्रा कर दें, वैसा कुछ नहीं है इस फिल्म में।
क्या ट्रू इंसिडेंट पर बेस्ड है?
कुछ चीजें हैं ट्रू इंसिडेंट पर। रशिया में एक केस हुआ था बहुत सालों पहले, उसमें काफी सारी चीजें अगर आप आर्टिकल में सो हाँ वैसा।
Gaurav sir, towards your right. Nirali from India Today. Hotstar as a platform is doing well in terms of the content. I want to ask you, how do you see the coming year for the platform in terms of the content that will be catered to the audience?
Thank you. And yes, we are just getting started. So really excited about everything that we have on the slate coming up. And of course, today is a really big day for us because it's very rare that a film of this scale gets made directly for streaming. And therefore, this is a big day. We are deeply excited about it. As you mentioned, we've had a good run. I think shows like Special Ops, Arya, Rudra have done well. Films like Atrangire as well. And of course, the Marvel films that we have continue to do really well for us as well. And big day on Monday, House of Dragons is also on Disney Plus Hotstar. So I think, yes, we are very excited about the kind of entertainment content that we are putting together in terms of some of the big shows, big films, amazing international content, and of course cricket. So I think it's a good mix. And yes, a lot more to come. I think we just announced that we are doing a show with Kajol, and she's making her streaming debut with us. So we'll announce further on that in the next few days as well. So good lineup coming up. You know, can't complain when you have Ajay Devgan, Akshay Kumar, and Kajol batting for you.
Hi, this is Mayur here.
Thank you so much. Well, I apologize.
Hi, this is Mayur from Beyond Bollywood. My question is to Akshay sir and Mr. Gaurav can also answer this. अक्षय जी, शुरुआत में गौरव जी ने इंटेलिजेंस की बात की और जब हम हिंदी सिनेमा की बात करते हैं तो एक हमारा जैसे मतलब हिस्ट्री में देखा है द वर्ड माइंडलेस एंटरटेनर या लीव योर ब्रेन्स बिहाइंड, तो इस टाइप की फिल्में भी चलती थी, लेकिन कोविड के बाद आई थिंक द गेम हैज़ चेंज. तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा कि यू नो ऑब्वियसली आप इतने एक्सपीरियंस एक्टर है, आपने सभी जॉनर की फिल्में की है, बट ये जो जॉनर है यू नो माइंडलेस एंटरटेनर या लीव योर ब्रेन्स बिहाइंड फिल्म, आपको क्या लगता है आज के दौर में इस जॉनर का फ्यूचर है?
It all depends on the people's mood, what they want to see. Sometimes it does work. Agar even a mindless comedy, if it is given in the right way, and if the audience is in a mood, your film can click. I have seen it in my career, many films like that working, and so I think, it all depends on what kind of a mood is my audience in.
Yes, I agree. If Akshay wants to do the next Hera Pheri, like I'm signing up right now. So I think you know, as viewers, each of us, right, there is a lot of times when you want to see something cerebral, and that's when you might want to watch a show like Rudra or a film like Cuttputlli. Equally, at other times, you've had a really tough day in the office, your boss has been difficult with you, there's some assignment you're struggling with, and then when you go back and you have a Hera Pheri to watch, I think you appreciate that as well. So I think you need a wide variety of content as a platform, and I think as artists, right, people want to do different things, and I think look at someone like Akshay, right, his career, it's as much about Hera Pheri as it is about something like Airlift, right, or Special 26. So I think he's somebody who's really played this range in a phenomenal way, and that's an amazing guide for all of us as well on what we can do and must do as a platform too.
Well, thank you so much, and with that, thank you. Well, that's all the time we have for the Q&A, and you know, चाहता तो इतने सारे सवाल पूछते because we're all trying to get them to spill the beans as to villain कौन है, but ये सारी info हमें मिलेंगी on the 2nd of September when Cuttputlli streams on Disney Plus Hotstar. And as Gaurav said, we're just getting started, more to come. We'll get to know on the 2nd of September what happens in Cuttputlli. With that, thank you so much to the entire team. I request all of you to please step forward to capture the moment for a photo op. Request events team to please clear the chairs so we could have a nice stage to... Just asking. Yeah, please, thank you.